You good to go? So 4-2 defeat at the hands of Spurs today. However, if that second half had been replicated over the 90 minutes, do you think it could have been a different result for the team?
I think it could have been a lot different. Just the sheer work rate that we put in the second half, I'm not too sure what the trigger was. We just all lifted. And that showed in the when we got the goals, we had completely had the tempo and the momentum. It just goes to show, even though with past results, even though they've been disappointing, that we can go in and put in a good performance. We just need to be consistent with it, really.
And looking at the home performances, we're getting crowds of an average of like over 250 people. So there's something that you girls are doing that's enticing people to come back. Do you think it's just a case of you as individuals in a team just getting a bit of confidence to go forward?
Yeah, I think that's probably exactly it. We've come off the back of 3 or 4 defeats now, leading from when we was here, when we played Brighton, which was a really difficult game. And I think, as soon as one goal's in, because it's quite visible from the stand, you see people's heads drop. And it's quite frustrating when you try to motivate people. But we've got to try and motivate ourselves. But I definitely think, in the second half, to have the crowd that we did to get behind us as well, really pushed and drove us forward. And I think, that also gives us the confidence in our performance, and again, which you see. So hopefully they keep coming back to see us.
And everyone knows, obviously, about this rebuilding process and this transition season that's going. Will the hope be from that second half performance that the pennies drop, that the girls know that in this league, as long as you work hard, you're going to get your results?
Yeah, I think that's exactly it. And I think we said that in the change rooms after the game. Look, we can do it. There's no reason why we can't. It's been not the best of seasons that's gone on, but we have to deal with the hand we've been dealt with. But we've got such a good group of girls here. We've got players now coming through from the second team coming in, and really just deserves the effort and work rate, and people are starting to push for places, and it's making it difficult. But I think we do have the group of girls there. We have a good environment, and we just need to make sure we stick together really and push on for the second half of the season to make sure we're not in trouble.
And for you personally, you played in that kind of striking role, which you're much more familiar with.
Yes.
How nice was it for you to return?
Oh, I was buzzing. Yeah, I was much better than playing in right back. I'm not the best. I try to do the best job I can, but it's not my preferred position. But it definitely gave me a bit of a lift and confidence within myself, because I was suffering with a bit of a confidence, and I said that to Simon. I've been struggling with that recently, last couple of games, with us conceding goals, and thankful really that I could be given that opportunity to kind of put my stamp in that position, and hopefully that I've done that today.
And as you're reflecting on, Simon's now in a position where there's a bit more competition for places, and he's taken that decision with you. How nice was it to kind of reward him with that second half performance? You and Ashley in particular linked up quite well, and it's something to take forward? Yeah,
I hope so. I mean, me and Ashley played together for 6 or 7 years when we grew up together, and we've got a really good relationship there, and it was kind of nice to be rewarded, and hopefully we reward Simon with performance. We just, like I say, need to be consistent, because there's so many people behind the scenes that put in so much work, and it's kind of been a bit of a disappointment that we haven't been able to repay that. So hopefully now we can, best foot forward, start the next game as we finished the second half this week, and really go on for this second half of the season from Christmas onwards.
And despite the loss, it was quite nice at the end to see you girls kind of posing with a massive group of fans wanting that picture of you, particularly young players, both male and female, wanting to talk to you about your experience. I guess it'd be interesting to see, you've been involved in the club for a long time, how just the results not going well on the pitch, but how kind of as a whole things are progressing, and what your thoughts are on perhaps.
It was really weird for a crowd to go home happy with us losing 4-2. I don't think I've ever experienced that before, but even Simon said it, we've sent people home happy, and I think that's really down to, we've rolled our sleeves up as we was asked to do at half time, and put in a shift in a work rate. And I'm sure it's the same when the men play. If you put in a good performance, you actually go and work, and you're working for the badge essentially. People come in and pay, then hopefully you can show kind of a limelight. It might not be pretty sometimes in terms of how you're playing, but you're showing that you're working, and you're working for them for coming to see you.
And it's a great honour to walk out onto the Priestfield pitch, a great honour to wear the shirt, and I guess it's almost an upwards looking forward to Lewis next week, and just saying to fans again, please come along, because that's going to be a real 6-pointer.
Yeah, I think that's it. We need as much support as possible on and off the pitch, and the more that people come and watch us, hopefully the bigger fan base we can grow on from last season, and that will only help us to go and drive forward with our performances, and so I really do hope that people come back and watch us.
Thank you very much.